We're now on Chapter 3, Job Costing. Our learning objectives for Chapter 3 will be, number 1, distinguish between job costing and process costing. Number 2, understand the flow of production and how direct materials and direct labor are traced to jobs. Number 3, compute a predetermined manufacturing overhead rate and use it to allocate MOH to jobs. Number 4, determine the cost of a job and use it to make business decisions. Number 5, compute and dispose of over-allocated or under-allocated manufacturing overhead. Number 6, prepare journal entries for a manufacturer's job costing system. And number 7 is an appendix. Use job costing at a service firm as a basis for billing clients. Moving on to objective number 1, distinguish between job costing and process costing. So to distinguish between the two, we'll first really kind of discuss the characteristics of each, which gives us a comparison of the two costing systems. Process costing involves mass production, identical units, through a series of uniform production steps, processes, and averages manufacturing costs across all units produced. So when I think of process costing, I think of like a bottling plant, where you see these conveyor belts of all these bottles, all exactly the same, being manufactured at the same time. They're moving through the process. Water, carbonated water, syrup, whatever the ingredients are of the soda, or whatever they're bottling. And it just goes from station to station and just moving in mass production. In comparison, job costing, you're going to see unique custom ordered products. You're going to see relatively small batches, and each unique product or batch is a separate job. So the examples given here are Boeing airplanes. You're not going to mass produce airplanes. You'll build them in small batches. I would assume that maybe a company, an airline company, will order a number of planes at any point in time, and when they get those orders, they'll produce those specific planes. They don't just have like a plane lot. Custom home builders, a contractor that is building specific homes for specific customers. High-end jewelers, accounting firms, and law firms. So my office, accounting firm, we produce jobs, the different types of jobs. We do payroll services, we do bookkeeping services, tax returns, financial statements. In each one of those, it's going to be different for everybody. Nobody has this exact same book. So we spend time working on a specific job that is unique to every one of our customers. Here we can see a table of job costing versus process costing, and look at and compare the two. The cost object, well, the object or the objective is going to be the job. So you're going to be looking for ways of taking manufacturing costs and applying them to jobs. When we have process costing, the objective is going to be to take costs and allocate it to a specific process. Your outputs under job costing will likely be single units or small batches with large differences between jobs. For process costing, large quantities of identical units. And the extent of averaging, in job costing, we do that less. There's not as much averaging. So job costing costs are averaged over the small number of units in a job, often one unit in the job. While in process costing, there's more averaging involved. Costs are averaged over the thousands or millions of identical units that pass through each process.